Smallpox, the deadliest of all plagues. It is a dreadful way to die. The last naturally occurring case was in 1977. Once the virus takes hold, it first produces a high fever. Next, the distinctive and very painful pustules. Soon the body tissue begins to break down, and then the victim's immune system is overwhelmed and the patient dies. There is now no immunity against this disease.
In April of 1995, a terrifying virus visited grief upon the town of Kikwit in Zaire, Africa. Victims died within days. Entire families were wiped out. The killer was a deadly strain of Ebola, a virus so destructive, even the corpses are infectious. Anyone who gets near them must be doused in purging chemicals. As the people of Kikwit brought out their dead, the watching world recoiled in horror. The town was quarantined to prevent Ebola from spreading to Zaire's capital, Kinshasa. From there, the deadly virus could have hitched a plane ride to anywhere in the world. The outbreak began with patients arriving at this primitive town hospital, complaining of headaches, fever, nausea, symptoms of any number of common tropical ailments. Soon they were disgorging black vomit and diarrhea dark with blood. Something was eating their insides. The bewildered doctors didn't suspect what was in store. Protective uniforms arrived within a few days, but it was too late. Several doctors and nurses had contracted the deadly disease. Disaster had struck. The skin of Ebola patients becomes discolored as the virus consumes the tissue beneath. The flesh begins to tear spontaneously, and blood, hot with viral debris, hemorrhages forth unstoppably. Doctors call this bleeding out. Ebola attacks every organ in the human body: the brain, liver, kidneys. The muscles in the face freeze into a mask. There is no cure for Ebola. 8 of every 10 victims die. As death approaches, the eyes roll up in the head from shock. The liquefying cadaver sheds rivers of hotly contagious virus particles. One Ebola particle can infect and kill its victim in less than 10 days. Medical workers protect themselves with layers of slick plastic, goggles, and boots to keep it out, and that still may not be enough. One nurse caught Ebola even through her protective suit. Viruses are one of man's most powerful predators. They come in different shapes and from different sources, but they're all alike. They're all parasites, bits of genetic material, neither alive nor dead, that wait to latch onto a living cell. The thread like Ebola, like all viruses, hijacks the cell's machinery and uses it to make more copies of itself. Copies of the virus break free to replicate again and again in other cells. That's the horror of Ebola. As the virus multiplies, the body fails. Ebola struck 296 people. Only 63 survived.
White House security experts have examined just such a scenario. A small ship sailing off Manhattan up the Hudson River disperses anthrax spores using an industrial paint sprayer. Within 48 hours, over 400,000 people will die. Long before then, the boat will have been scuttled, the terrorists will have escaped.